Yo, what up, guys? Wally here, bringing you another gameplay. This time it's on grid and it's a free-for-all. And I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite games that I've had so far. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the score or any skill involved with the game. Just simply the fun that I had playing the game. And I think that's ultimately, what's most important. And people kind of get away from that a lot. And I feel like, sorry, excuse me. I feel like it's really important that people recognize that. It is cool to try to be effective and try to do well, and I think those definitely contribute to having a good time. But you got to ultimately do what you like to do. For example, I'm someone who definitely enjoys sniping, or at least I would say that I currently do. We'll see as I continue to play in this game. But I know it's definitely not the best thing to do for my KD, and it's definitely not gonna make me the most effective player out there. That's just the way it is. But it's still a lot of fun to do. So once in a while I'll throw it on and I'll give it a try. And it just happened that I got lucky this game, and I was able to pull out a win at 30-7. And you guys will definitely see what I'm talking about when I said I was extremely lucky in this game, because I don't even know if I would have won it if I didn't get the care package that I did. But anyways, I pretty much chose this game, guys, because I had a lot of fun playing it, like I just said, and I really want to talk about the sniping. This game was one of the first free for alls that I played sniping. I think it was either like the second or the third. And I want to do that because I just really want to give my initial impressions on the sniping. I would say primarily in Modern Warfare 2 I sniped. I quickscoped a lot. And I definitely wasn't the best sniper out there, but I just enjoyed it a lot. And I was somewhat effective. I could win games, and I definitely wasn't a detriment to my team while I was doing it. I knew how to actually do it and be somewhat successful. But I was pretty upset when I first heard, all the stuff that they were going to do to this game. But, what can you do? That's just life. And I definitely still wanted to give the game a chance, even though I was, a little bit turned away from the game, hearing all the stuff that they were going to take out of it. But, having given the sniping a try, I definitely understand the argument from both sides. I see, well, sorry, I think I might have worded that incorrectly, but I definitely understand where the people who snipe are coming from, because at this point it is really difficult to be an effective player in snipe, and I think only like the really elite snipers can honestly do it consistently, and that's definitely not going to be me, which is probably why more of the games that you guys will see from me sniping are free for all. So when I do absolutely botch it up, I don't make anyone else suffer. That's when I usually, like, if you guys see clips from me and stuff, usually for the most part, I'm not gonna limit myself to only playing free for all, but you'll mostly see those in free for all, especially like if I do trick shots or something, because I don't really feel good about going into a team deathmatch and just doing that to a team. But that's a discussion for a whole other video. I'm sorry, I kind of jumped off topic. But yeah, I mean, definitely when you want to do well and have a good KD, sniping is not the thing for you. And if you are someone who's totally concerned with what your KD is, and especially with all like the stat tracking that goes on in this game, I can understand if you really do want to hold your numbers up, because it can get competitive with friends and stuff, and that can be fun. So if that's something you care about, I wouldn't suggest this sniping's for you. But if you're someone who's more concerned with just having a good time and having fun, and you enjoyed it in the past, and you were able to be somewhat successful in COD 4, I would say definitely give it a try. I just think the only thing that's like different is I think just the philosophies are changing a little bit. Like before, I think speed and accuracy were the most important things, and now I think it's gonna shift to more where accuracy and timing, because at least for me in this game, like what I really tried to focus on was, just make sure I tried to hit all my shots and tried to shoot, as soon as I could, but really try to make sure I waited for that reticle to, come back to play, so I could either drag the shot in for a drag shot, or just keep it on him for, like, I guess a somewhat quick hard scope. I guess I don't think I hold in the scope too much, and I think I'm able to move around the map a little bit while doing it, but it's definitely not perfected yet by me by any means. One person I would definitely suggest you go see if you want to see what I'm talking about would be Small Beans. But I'm gonna guess that if you guys are watching this video, you've definitely seen his by now. And I gotta say, it's pretty impressive, and I think that's where sniping's probably gonna be heading. He seems to have like a pretty good idea how to do it effectively, so I'm definitely gonna be watching him in the future. And I suggest if you want to learn how to snipe well, you do the same. But that being said, like, even regardless whether you win or not, it's just a lot of fun to do. And I definitely would suggest going into one of those combat training things first. And I've done that a number of times, and it's pretty cool. So, like, I did have some practice before jumping into this game, wasn't like I just jumped in here. I was like, oh, I kind of get it a little bit, you know. Definitely not that good of a player. But that being said, people are discussing a lot about the balance, but I think there are other balance in this issues in this game as well. You know, you want to talk about like the knifing. I think that might be even more pressing than the current discussion with the sniper. And guys, I want you to understand when I am talking about this, I'm not bashing on the game or anything or anyone that knifes. I mean, it's definitely a viable thing, and you should use it when it's there. And as you guys will see in this video, I fail at knifing all the time, so it's definitely something that I need to learn to get better at. And regardless whether or not they change it, maybe, I just think that they should limit the range a little bit because just with due to lag and the amount of bullets that it takes to hit someone, it can be really damaging. Like when you have someone at a 4 bar coming with you, knifing at you when you're on a 3. I feel like you don't have a really good chance, to combat it. But at the same time, you learn to play with it. It's part of the game. But this game is a great game all around. And the only reason I mention these kind of things, though, is just so maybe that I can get you guys thinking about it too, and maybe get people talking about it, and eventually these things could be fixed. Because just with a couple tweaks, in my opinion, this could be one of the best video games that I've personally ever played. Yeah. So there you just see a pretty big fail for me, and that's the kind of stuff I got to work on. So if you guys see stuff like that, like I fail all the time, and I'm definitely not gonna make any excuses for it. I definitely make mistakes here and there. I'm not perfect, and call me out on that stuff when you see it, guys, because I definitely want to know. I know I'm making mistakes in this video, especially here, one of the first time sniping, and I'm sure a couple of you guys are much better snipers than me. If you see something doing wrong, just give me a message or whatever. Just say. I'll really appreciate that kind of stuff because I definitely want to try to get a little bit better at the sniping in this game, and I know it's going to take some work for me because I'm not the most talented sniper. But right now I'm definitely having fun with it. And you can just see the dogs pretty much clean up this game for me. And that's what I was talking about when his luck. Like, I mean, I think I was in the lead when I got that care package, but I don't know if I would have been able to maintain it. Like, I feel like sniping a lot of times is pretty difficult to maintain your pace. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video for me. I'll catch you later, and I'll definitely try to bring you guys some more sniper gameplay as soon as I can. All right, later. Bye.